Okay. Hi. My name is Tam Isar, and I'm going to be doing my presentation on the different first vision accounts. Now the major concepts and units this topic falls under is the first vision, unit two, which I think is kind of obvious because we're talking about different accounts of the first vision. The major concept is that each account has its own history and the context that influenced how the event was called, communicated, and recorded. Now, the type of doctrine it falls under is a supportive doctrine, because we're not talking about the first vision in general. If you were talking about the first vision in general, it would definitely fall under a car doctrine, and but because we're just talking about different versions of the first vision, I think it falls under supportive doctrine because each account emphasizes the various aspects and contains unique details about the first vision. Now, to scholarly articles, I chose these two articles because I thought they did a great job explaining, each of the accounts has its own history. Each was created in circumstances that shaped what it says, how it was recorded. For example, Joseph Smith described his personal experience in his 1832 account. He says that he became convicted of his sins, but he couldn't find a place for forgiveness since there was no place or denomination that built upon the gospel of Jesus Christ like it was recorded in the New Testament. I think this account describes how the Lord appeared and filled Joseph Smith with the Spirit of God. And just like this, all of the four accounts differ from each other in the context. And both of these articles did a great job explaining that. Now, moving to church sources, I chose The Marvelous Foundation of Our Faith by Gordon B. Hinckley and The Fruits of the First Vision by Dietrich Uchtdorf. I chose those two talks because they both of these talks do a great job, explaining why we have the first vision, why we have to understand the importance of it to be able to, understand the core doctrines and the principles of the church. And I just think, yeah, these talks did a really good job helping us understand why we have different versions of the first vision. Now, moving into the NC sections and verses, I chose the NC 5.2, which reads, "But this generation shall have my word through you," which I think shows that Joseph Smith was a true prophet of God, and he was a chosen one. There's a lot of people that say, hey, are you sure Joseph Smith was a prophet of God? Because, a lot of reasons. One of those reasons is that there are different versions of the first vision. There are different accounts, and do you know like which one to trust, which one to believe? And now I think if you believe in this verse, if you believe in what God said to Joseph Smith right here in this specific verse, you wouldn't have a problem understanding that why there are different first vision accounts, because he was just talking to a different audience, he had different purposes, and I think that's why. Now, Joseph Smith papers quote. This was the quote. This was the things he said right before he had the first vision. He, expressed himself that he was kind of scared. And I think, the first vision helped him understand and helped us understand, the importance of God, and the truth in our lives. Now, because of time, we're gonna just have to move on to our new slide. Now, two key concepts. First one, although these accounts differ from each other in the context, they all teach us that the first vision marked the beginning of the restoration of the gospel. Second one is that all four accounts tell a consistent story, even though they differ in details and in emphasis. And the key takeaway is that there are differences in each of Joseph Smith's first visions accounts because of an audience, purpose, and a memory. As I said, he was talking to a different audience, and he was just writing to different people, and those are the main reasons why we have different accounts of the first vision. And that is the key takeaway of this presentation. And yeah, thank you.